Class. This is Bob Moss. Welcome back. Today we're going to cover composite modes or transfer modes or modes. Okay, what I want you guys to pay attention is these three buttons down here. If you ever see things missing that aren't available, so like we've covered motion blur before, but notice the motion blur is not here. So if these are not blue, they're not available. So look, there gets our motion blur on. I'm going to go drop something down right now. So I'm going to drop a piece of video down and, um, so the motion blur's there. So the transfer modes, if you don't see your transfer modes, it's the next button over here. So these are our modes right here. And I sent you guys out. Actually, I need to send you guys out article I found last week explaining modes in the Adobe products. Okay, and then there's one more button down here, which that's your speed and times and in and outs, where you can kind of play with that a little bit. I'm going to turn that off for right now since we're only going to worry about modes. And modes only really count if you have layers. So if I turn this mode here, nothing happens, nothing changes. So I'm going to take it back to normal. But I'm going to go drop another image down on here. Okay, and I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Let's open that up. Let's go to scale it down. Okay. Okay. So now whatever's on top will affect what's below it if you turn a mode on. A good way to start is, I took a class a couple years ago and they said start out with overlay. And you can start seeing this can also be called blending modes. And you have different modes. So each one of these is a category and little changes within the categories. So let me go to darken so you can kind of see what darken does. And what I want you guys to play, this is a simple assignment. I just want to see you try seeing the different things they do. So I kind of like that look right there. So what if I took that whole sign and instead of scale it down, I'm going to scale it up and bring it down and kind of got a neat little transparency look there that's kind of cool with the way the colors are affecting each other. I could see using that for something. That's kind of neat. Okay, but I want you guys to experiment and try some different things with this just to see how they work or what they do. And again, you can get some neat things out of stuff just playing around with some of the different stuff that's available. And again, experiment with them. And, I really like the look of that one. So again, bring some layers in, and what you could do is you can keep dropping more layers into stuff. And again, it affects everything underneath it. I'm going to go rotate this one around 90. And that's a little bonfire I did. So you kind of got some neat things. I need to turn my audio off on that. I was doing a bonfire the other day. And let's see what if I turn the sky off. The sky doesn't do a whole lot. And I'm going to actually see, and changing the layers will affect them too. But I think there's so much black in there. And I'm going to just go put an overlay on that one. So we start having more, some different things. So I'm going to actually do a minus 90 on that so the fire's going the right way. When you got the idea. Did I do the right one? Nope. Minus 90. Okay. But you can see how the different layers are affected. I got the moon up there. I got the fire in there. So you can get some neat stuff in with these. So don't be afraid to try and do different layers. Okay, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to bring my fire back in. I'm going to rotate it back around. Take it to 90. Okay, so I got my fire again there. I'm going to actually scale it up a little bit. That way I can move it around a little if I want. Okay, so I'm going to go put a text layer on here real quick. So I'm going to go layer, new, text. And I'm going to make it a white layer. And modes. We're going to make those modes 500. We're going to center it on the page. Okay. So again, I'm going to get rid of this empty text layer. So if I come in here and I say stencil alpha, look what it does. It puts the fire into the text. So I'm going to try finding a brighter picture. Oh, I'm going to go with this underneath. And I'm going to, so I could get some different things with this. And a lot of it's just playing with the different modes. I kind of like what that one was doing, except for I almost want like a background behind it to come through. But I think, yeah, that's not going to work. So you got the idea of different things you can do and play with. So I can take that stencil off of that and play. And if I start keyframing, so kind of look how the different colors affect different things. And just playing around. And with this assignment, that's all you have to do is put some layers of videos, go out and take some pictures, look for colors, look for a lot of difference, look for a lot of contrast, and you can build your project for that's all you have to do. Okay. And export it out and hand it in. And again, I want you guys just to experiment, and how things will affect. So if I change the color on that text, you're going to see it's going to change how the mode affects things. Okay, so I like that one better, just with that color and what it does and the way it comes through things. Okay, so that's your assignment. Play with your modes, export it out when you're done, and that is assignment 5.